Hey everyone, Jonathan H. Seigler here, your personal cash flow coach. And just like I promised, I'm going to show you how to earn six figures in 6 months on a residual basis. That just sounds good, doesn't it? Be able to earn $100,000 plus a year residually and to make that happen within a 6 month period. Well, here we are. Now, before I get started with any training video, I always like to give honor and respect to the coaches that helped me get to this point, because they helped me get to a lifestyle where I was able to retire last year, and it would have never happened. I'm that guy that worked in the restaurant business, washing dishes, and was a cook and all that, and for years and years, and had 3 jobs, two full-time and a part-time job for many years, just to try to make what they call ends meet. So I know what that's like, and it's just sad because I wasn't there for my children like I really wanted to be, and just the family life just did not go according to plan. But thank goodness for these coaches that poured into me, and it started with Mr. Zig Ziglar. I know he's now with God and with the angels, but I will always give honor and respect to what he has done in my life. And he taught me how, Jonathan, just help enough people change their life. And I didn't know how to do that. I mean, I'm washing dishes. I'm not making much money at that time, but he said, you are who you think you are. And those of you who may know Zig, he's a man of the Bible and theology and God's word, and he just always taught me to think differently. So I thank him forever. He introduced me to Robert Kiyosaki. Well, have mercy. The author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Billionaire, that's really impacting lives. Y'all need to go see that video that Robert Kiyosaki put out. And he says, seekers, they don't want you to know. The wealthy don't want you to know. And then he said this, they want you to stay poor. Robert Kiyosaki put it out there, y'all. They want you to stay poor. And I have a training on that coming at a later date. Y'all got to listen to it. I'm telling you, it will impact your life. Robert Kiyosaki introduced me to Tony Robbins. The guy that wrote Awaken the Giant Within, the guy that teaches people to have no fear, to walk on fire. Your life will be totally different if y'all ever watch this man and go to his seminar. Took a liking to me. I don't understand it, y'all. I'm just a plain old country hick from South Carolina. Just a guy that used to wash dishes and work and do yards and load trucks and did a lot of other things just to, again, take care of my family. And that didn't work. These men changed my life. Then, of course, y'all know who my coach that was in the trenches with me. This guy's Mr. Holton Buggs. At the old age of 30, I think 37 or 38, he was only earning $1.8 million a month. A month. So I don't talk when I'm around Holton. I was just quiet. What is there to talk about except say, yes, sir, yes, sir, when they talk. And of course, I met the coach of all coaches, the Mr. GoPro himself, Mr. Worre. You all, my job over these next few months, I'm doing something, by the way, that I know some of y'all going, what? This guy's on camera? He's actually stepping out? Yes. Even though I've been in the industry 23 years, I never built a team using social media, nor online marketing, no videos and all that stuff. That's just not, I'm that belly to belly old school guy, So my daughter, my little 9-year-old daughter, got me coming out, so please forgive me because I may stumble a whole lot because I'm kind of, it's funny. I could talk to tens of thousands of people at stadiums and at events, and I'm now talking to you in the comfort of your home, and I'm like scared to death because I don't do these videos. But I made a commitment to some of my business partners that told me to step on out, and Jonathan, instead of teaching hundreds and thousands at a time, teach tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions. So they told me it's only fair that I give back in this manner. So I have to honor those coaches who poured into me. So thank you, Zig. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Holton. And Eric, could have never done it without you. You taught me how to go pro. And y'all, so here it is, y'all. There are key steps to earning 6 figures in 6 months. No matter what company you're with, I can coach you. Once I know what your product is and what your compensation plan is, I can coach you how to get to 6 figures in 6 months. What's 6 figures? That means you're earning somewhere around $8,500 a month and up. What would that do for your life? Aren't you sick and tired of these companies promising stuff and then they just vanish? Your leadership vanish, nobody personally telling you the steps. But y'all gonna get some nuggets today. And I'm telling you, this one key video should go viral. Y'all should tell everyone on your team to watch it over and over again. And that's why I'm doing it for you. I am your personal cash flow coach, and it starts now. There are 12 key steps to become an MLM superstar, an MLM royalty, to receive MLM success. And here are the 12 steps. Y'all, I got this little flip chart thing from Robert Kiyosaki, so he's a billionaire, so man, hopefully it works. So y'all, number one, now some of these things you would have seen before, so I'm not gonna get into grave detail again. I can personally coach you. There'll be a section at the end of this video that you can reach out to me and you can be on my team with myself and my executive directors, and we can then personally work with you. Y'all, I have a 30-day personal coaching program that I think you might want because I'm doing it at a drastic discount. I want you to win. I want this to be my legacy. The number one thing, you all heard it before, write your why. But here's the part. After you write your why, you need to say it 3 times daily. I teach people to write down your why, put it on a little postcard and walk around with it and just say it all the time. See, there's a saying, you probably know the saying, as a man thinketh, so is he. And when you speak things into existence, the more you hear it, it becomes a reality. The more you hear it, it becomes a reality. So I don't want you to just write your why. I know people told you, write your why, and if it makes you cry, then that's a good why. Okay, enough of all that. Write your why, write it down, and say it 3 times a day. Step number 2. Map out your activity calendar. A lot of people say what they're going to do and they have good intentions, but they don't have a day and a time of what they're going to do and when they're going to do it. Get with your leadership, sit with them, write down your weekly calendar. What is your activity? Well, if you got a 9-to-5 job, from 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, you cannot work that business for the most part. Well, then that's out. Monday, 9 to 5, out. Monday through Friday. But let's say you can squeeze in an hour on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Whatever you can do, write it out, hand it to your leadership. Your leadership is going to hold you accountable, and I'm telling you, your entire life will change. But you need to see when can you do it and then show up. Don't say you're going to do something that you're not going to do. I'm going to tell y'all, I'm guilty. I was told to do this video about 2 months ago by a few people. So I procrastinated. Okay, let me just punish myself. I did it. So don't do what I did. Get it done. Yes, I keep telling y'all, I'm not Mr. Social Media and I'm not Mr. Online. Well, I wasn't. I am now. I'm a warrior in social media and online marketing. I'm gonna say that three times a day. Now get this, write out your calendar. Everything starts with knowing when you are going to do that of which you say you're going to do. Map it out. Monday through Friday, got it. You may squeeze in an hour a day. Saturday, you may be able to do more because that should be your day off. Sunday, I'm a big believer in try to take Sunday off. Have some time to reflect, be with your family. Whatever it is that you do, if you can, don't let it be work related. Now, I'm guilty. Please hear me. I'm practicing now what I'm preaching. I have to take off Sunday. I believe in taking 2 days off if I can. Please do that. I promise you, if you put in, on average, 90 minutes to 3 hours a day following these steps, you will be earning 6 figures within 6 months. But I do want you to take some time. Don't chase money, but please follow the system. Everything else will take care of itself. Step number 3. Identify 100 professional prospects. Now, some of y'all going, I don't know 100 professional prospects. Remember me, the guy that's not Mr. Social Media? I paid a guy for 3 days of coaching. I said, okay, if I'm gonna get back into the game, if I'm gonna get back into network marketing, Well, I knew to work with what's called people who are already professionals, people who already get it. They understand you got to work to make money. Because there are some people, sometimes you call your family and your friends, and how did that work for you? Didn't work so well, huh? Those people, they love you. They really want you to win, but they ain't too successful. And so they can't see doing that thing that you're asking them to do. No, they're not a professional. I'm going to teach you how to go fishing in Lake LinkedIn. Lake LinkedIn has a boatload of professionals. I'm going to teach you how and exactly what to say to your market. Again, some of you, I like working with pastors. I like working with real estate professionals. And if that's some people that you like to work with as well, I can show you exactly what to say to a real estate professional, an insurance broker, a mortgage professional, a pastor, a network marketer. But you may have a different niche. I'm going to still show you exactly how to work with a professional, and you'll see how your success will come a lot faster because they got the money, they got the drive, and most professionals I know, like Les Brown say, are hungry. Show you how to find it. Number 3. Number 4, use a tracking system. Your fortune awaits. Y'all, again, I'm guilty. I am terrible. I have been. Let me speak positive words, positive words. I used to be terrible at following up. Well, a good friend of mine named Ryan Gunnis, he put together a system for me of which I can basically track my activity. When I call the person, exactly when did I pique their interest? When did I show them my video? When did I invite them to an opportunity call? When did I do a 3-way call with my success leader? Yes, I said success leader. I personally don't like the term upline and downline because it don't feel good. How do y'all feel, by the way? I'm digressing a little bit, but how do you feel when somebody says, this is my downline? It just don't feel great, right? So I implore you to say my success leader, my success team. People feel a lot better when you say that. So I just want y'all to know that because of Ryan, I now follow a tracking system. I put in when I call a person, exactly what happened with that person, the next steps, and so on. So you got to use a tracking system, and I have one for you. By the way, I have one for you for free. Tell you about that later. Number 5. Now you have your list. You know when you're going to work. Everything, you got your tracking system. Well, now it's time to rock and role play. Role play. You know, I'm a singer, so I get into that a little bit. You know, know your inviting script. Now, you can't call a person. You can't call upon a person if you don't know your script. I have a script that has been working for years. Again, I'm just brand new in this company. Company's already exploded already. We launched the new business I'm in, just launched August 17th, and within the company, we already have over 4,000 people. I mean, this thing's crazy. You just gotta know exactly what's your inviting script. And you gotta role play with your leadership. Your leadership should, when y'all role play, you should probably call maybe 4 to 10 other people within your organization and role play it, and have your team role play that invitation script. And now people are confident, because without that confidence and without role playing, a lot of people are just left to wing it. And this is why a lot of times they came in with high hopes, and then they end up quitting the business saying it doesn't work because they didn't know these basic steps. Please write your script and have some fun rock and roll playing with your team. Now they know the script. That was number 5. We are now at number 6. Now the person knows their script. They have their list of people. They're excited. They got their tracking form. Now it's time to start making calls. But before they start making calls, before you start making calls, please book your success leader's time. because this is what I used to do. I was ready to make calls, right? And I started calling up people. And then I got somebody on the hook, right? And then I ended up calling my success leader, and it went right to voicemail. Then I called my other success leader, and they said, hey, Jonathan, I don't have time right now. Call me later. But I got somebody on the hook, right? So what do? Most of us, if you could see behind me, it should be a big word with lightning flying saying panic, because that's what we do. We panic, right? Here's why that happened. Before you make calls, before I started making calls, I should have booked my success leader's time first. I should have said something like, hey, I'm going to be making calls between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. Can you be available to back me up if I need some help? See, if you have, if you will, what do you call it? You have a few of your leaders' numbers on a text, a group text, with about 3 different leaders, and then you text them saying, hey, I'm going to be making calls between 4 and 5. Who will be available for me? Well, one of them will text back saying, I got you. I got your back, no problem. So I advise you to do that. Put together a group text with at least 3 of your leaders' number and let them know in advance when you're going to start making calls. And they will normally put aside an hour to devote to helping you win. Please book their time so you don't run into that panic situation again. Number 7. All right, they said they're ready. You got your list. You know your script because you rocked and role played. Now it's time to rush it, to crush it. It's time to make those calls. I'm telling you, y'all, I just saw this movie called The Wolf of Wall Street. And what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio. Y'all need to go watch that movie. Please hear me. Go watch it. Now, there's going to be some stuff on there that, you don't want your children to see, and it's rated R with some Tabasco sauce on it. So, not for kids, maybe. But it's the key part in there where he basically kind of told his few hundred top brokers how to make money. And he said, pick up the phone. You got a problem in your life? Pick up the phone. You got a car that's not working? Pick up the phone. You're about to get evicted? Pick up the phone, make the calls. Y'all got to watch that. I mean, it was crazy, but the energy was unbelievable. By the way, that movie is a true story. Y'all, I'm going to teach you how to pick up the phone. A lot of you have, said you're going to make calls, and I'm telling y'all, it's not that I always like making calls either, but I've learned from reading this book called Go for No. Woo! I got some training for y'all later on, I'm just telling you. You should get as many no's as you can, as fast as you can. You must do that. And I'm going to tell you, it'll be good to do that with your leadership or with a team member. You maybe want to get a few people at your house or meet a couple of people out somewhere and just say, let's call for 30 minutes. But you got to rush it to crush it. Y'all hear me? Y'all, that's my brand, so don't try to use it. All right, rush it to crush it, make the calls. I'm telling you to change your life. Now, if some of you need some coaching on making those calls, you'll be able to reach out to me at a later time or get with your success leadership. I'm sure they know how to do that. But it's a must because you got everything in play now. You know what you're doing because you role played it. Now you just got to make those calls. Rush it to crush it. If I can grab this thing. Number 8. The follow-up invitation. Oh my. I went to a seminar. It cost a little over $5,000 to go to the seminar. Now, what's interesting is, again, I've been coaching for a number of years, a long time. And even though I had a huge organization, even though I've been blessed, thanks to my coaches, that I've been rather successful, I always like to go to other people's seminars to learn that one thing that I may not know. Well, about 6 years ago or so, I went to this seminar. I knew about 99% of everything they were teaching. And then he said this. He says, let me ask you all a question. How many times have you made your phone call? Somebody said they're going to come. You called your cousin. They said, yeah, I'm going to come to the event. You said, hey, I got a big event. And you said, wow, don't miss it. And they said, I won't miss it, man. I'm going to be there. I'm going to support you. Sounds good. Or you had an opportunity call and you invited them to the call and they told you, oh yeah, I'm free at 8 o'clock. I'll be on that call. Or some of you had, how many of y'all had a home presentation? And all your friends told you, what, it's your grand opening? Man, I'm going to be there. You can count on me. Then 8 o'clock come around. Crickets. Nobody. They didn't show up. You go outside, you're looking to see if you see any lights coming up the driveway. They didn't show up. You had a hotel meeting, you're walking, pacing up and down the hall, and then you try to call them back, they don't even answer the phone. Come on, some of y'all have gone through that. I've gone through that for years. My first 5 years, by the way, was terrible. I didn't make any money in this industry. I'm being real. If it wasn't for real estate, I'd be like dead broke. I'm telling y'all, the first 5 years were horrible. I know some of you have gone through those same things. Well, this is what I saw at the seminar. He said, Jonathan, only about 17 to 18% of people show up when you invited them. Y'all know your numbers. You know, if you invited 10, probably one showed up. He said, this changes everything. He didn't say me personally. He was on stage. He didn't even know who I was. But I felt like he was talking to me, right? So y'all get this. Now, there's a lot of points on here you already knew, but this one, most people I've coached in these 23 years have told me they've never done this. I never done this until that day. He said, when you call, let's say you call Sally, and Sally's your friend, your cousin, whomever Sally is, and Sally said, yes, I'm gonna be at that meeting. And you said, great. She was all excited. The meeting starts at, let's say, 7 p.m. at a hotel. Could be at your home, doesn't matter, but the point is, she said she was coming. What happened then is you normally left it at that and anticipated her to be there. We should do what's called a follow-up invitation with your success leader. This is how it should go. After Sally said she was going to come and be there at 7 o'clock or be on the opportunity call, whatever the deal is, you should now call back with your success leader. Hey, Sally, hey, you got a minute? It's Jonathan calling you back. Hey, Jonathan, what's up? Well, got a question real quick. You got a second? Yeah, listen, I'm excited. I was talking to one of the success leaders, one of the very high-ranking people in this company, told them a little bit about you. They wanted to say hello. Hold on a second. Your leader gets on the phone. Y'all should share this video with your leadership. Your leader gets on the phone and says, hey, Sally, how are you doing? Sally's going to say, great. Say, Sally, listen, I don't have much time right now, but Bob had told me a lot about you. He said he had met you at the supermarket. You had high energy. He just loved your smile. And he told me you're going to be on at the meeting at 7 o'clock. Listen, I'm going to be at that meeting, and I wasn't sure I was going to be able to make it, but I'm going to make it. And I'm a man of my word. And from the sounds of it, Sally, you're a woman of your word as well. Y'all, by the way, I've never heard a person tell me yet they're not a person of their word. So Sally's going to say, yes, I am. Say, great. Hey, Sally, listen, as I said, I got to get ready to go, but I'm going to be introducing something very special to some key people at the meeting. Is it okay if I can have maybe 5 minutes of your time after the meeting to share something with you that I think is very powerful? Sally normally says, well, yeah, sure you can. Great. Well, listen, I'll see you tonight or tomorrow night or whatever the deal is at 7 o'clock. Tell you what happens, y'all. With your success leader follow-up invitation, it went from 18% of people showing up to your call, to your hotel meeting, to your home presentation, to 82% people showing up to your call, to your hotel meeting, to your home presentation. There's power in getting your success leader to follow up that invitation. Powerful. Number 9, send a reminder text. Y'all, just create a simple text and just say something like, hey, just giving you a heads up that I'll be calling you at 7 p.m. like we scheduled. And you want to get, or I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Whatever, just send that reminder text about an hour or so before to give that, because most times life happens, y'all. People forget about an opportunity call. They forget about coming to a meeting or what have you. please send out a reminder text. If it's an opportunity call, I like to send it out about half an hour before the call. If it's obviously a hotel meeting or a home meeting, you may want to send it out the day before. But send that reminder text. And then at the end of it, send, please confirm. It'll help you a whole lot. Number 10, three-way, your way to payday. How many of you are experts at being a part of a three-way call, getting your leadership on and having a three-way call? How many of you call your leadership to do three-way calls? Well, Mr. Holton Buggs, the top income earner in network marketing for years, again, at 38, he was making only $1.8 million a month. He taught me, Jonathan, he or she who do the most three-way calls always is at the top of the company. Always. Now, if it was my aunt or my brother or my sister who told me that, I may not have had much weight with me, but that's Holton Buggs, $1.8 million a month man. And if he said this is what it takes to be at the top of a company, then I was going to do that. So please make sure you learn the right way of how to edify your success leader and edify your prospect. Master the three-way call. I do a particular training on that as well. Master the three-way call. Just simply be a master introducer. Get out of the way and listen to how the call goes from your success leader. And if your success leader is a phenomenal one, you're going to learn a great deal and you will soon be at the top of your company. So learn to three-way, your way to payday. Number 11, master the close or invite to another exposure. Now, again, your success leader is going to teach you how to get the close. Most times, your success leader actually closed it for you. We know exactly what to say to that prospect to help them make that decision to be a part of this organization. But here's the deal. Many times, depending on that person's personality type, there's generally 4, but unless they are a shark, that red personality, that fire personality, most times they need more exposures before they enroll. Generally, it takes 4 to 6 exposures before a person feels comfortable and knowledgeable enough to join your business. 4 to 6. So please don't get upset when your friend or your family member didn't come on board the first exposure. They weren't supposed to. How many it takes? 4 to 6. So knowing that before you even invited people, again, you're now knowing that you're one step closer to that person feeling comfortable and knowledgeable enough to join your business. So we are going to help you master the close, or if they're not ready to join you at that time, we're going to invite them to another exposure. So let's just say you invited them to an opportunity call. They weren't ready yet. Wonderful. We can now invite them to maybe a one-on-one or a 2-on-1 at Starbucks or wherever. Maybe they're not ready yet. Maybe we can invite them to your grand launch at your home. They're getting warmer. Maybe you need to invite them to a bigger event. But whatever, we're willing to invite them over and over to the next exposure, never giving up on them because they're one step away from saying, yes, I feel comfortable now. I like you all. I love the direction you're in, and I want to be a part of your business. Keep that in mind. Now, this next step is what I also know most of you have never done because I never did it. What you're about to see now will absolutely retain and grow your business like never before. Number 12, the Lifeline celebration, the secret sauce. People always want to know what's the secret. And most of you know my saying, there's no secret to success. There's a system to success. Well, y'all, here's the sauce. When that person enrolls with you, you got that new person. Normally, you normally say, great job, congratulations, and all that, right? And they feel nice. Good. Hopefully you've given them some direction of what they need to do so that they can duplicate the process. But why don't we make the introduction to this company, the introduction to your family, why don't we make that even more warm, fuzzy, like more friendly. What you need to do is introduce your new member to your sponsor. Now, even though they've had the three-way and they already know who your sponsor is, that sponsor should do something called a 4-part Lifeline call. It's a 4-part Lifeline call. It will be, you welcome your person to the family, you edify the sponsor, you edify the system, you welcome them to the family. Let me explain. So here's Bob. Bob just came aboard the business. So you're calling back, hey, Jonathan, I know you talked to Bob earlier. He made a decision to come on board. And I'm going to say something like, here's the 4 steps. Hey, Bob, how are you doing? Listen, first, I want to welcome you to our family. We're the fastest growing team in the company. And we are honored and excited that you chose us. Bob, listen, I know you already know your sponsor, but I want to let you know that they are exploding in this business. We really see them as being the new superstar within this company, and you couldn't have had a better person to bring you on board. See, I just edified my sponsor. Now I'm going to edify the system. Now, Bob, I know you know there's a lot of billion-dollar companies out there and very successful companies. They have a system. McDonald's have a system. Walmart have a system. These big companies have a system. Well, we have one as well. We have a 4-step system that will help you get whatever it is you're looking for to build your business. So you're going to love it. So I want to say one more time, welcome to our family, and we're glad to have you. All I did was a welcome. I edified my sponsor. I edified my system. And I did another welcome. Now, your sponsor is going to call your next tier of leadership, because a Lifeline call, you should be introducing them to 2 or 3 of your leaders, and they're going to say the same thing. Again, most of your leadership out there has never done a Lifeline call. So please share this video with your leadership and different tiers of your leadership, so now that they can all let that new member know that this is a family business, that we are here to make sure that you have all you need to become successful. That new person is feeling nice and warm. They're feeling nice and fuzzy, because they know it's not just based on you, the sponsor, but you have a few other experienced, successful leaders who have taken a liking to them and have taken their success to heart. Please do a Lifeline celebration, because that is the secret sauce. So you all listen, I want to share this with you. As I mentioned at the very beginning, I have a program that can help you get unlimited leads. I'm going to do this because, again, I'm just coming out of retirement. I'm really ready to help all of you grow, just like I helped 490 other people get 6 figures and help those 5 other people get 7 figures. I'm going to show you how to build a team quickly for the next 30 days. I'm going to show you how I'm going to give you unlimited leads, network marketing leads. I'm going to also teach you exactly how to go fishing in LinkedIn. I'm going to also give you a free tracking system that it's going to be like something you've never seen before. So I want you to reach out to me, or if you're already with another company, please follow your leadership, because I promise you, if you have the right leadership, they're going to help you. If you give them this video, they can now help you get the six figures in 6 months. I guarantee it. But for those who want to know exactly what I'm doing, which company I've chosen, and how I can help you, please reach out to me. The information is below. I would love to be able to help you personally. We are going to lock arms together. We're going to help you live the lifestyle that you deserve. None of that hype stuff. None of that having to believe in your leadership, and sometimes they've just fell by the wayside. I'm not going to leave you. I really want you to win. I'm going to be praying for you and your family, and I hope that you do the same for me. Let's make a decision to help at least 20 to 30 new people every month be on the track to a 6-figure residual income within 6 months. Now, I want to just say I wish you all the very, very best. May God continue to hold you all close. Let's make it happen now.